Welcome to the Run Your Day podcast, a show dedicated to helping you expand your capacity, take your life in every area to an entirely new level, and creating a day and a life by design. Here's your host, Dan Hafner. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Run Your Day podcast. As always, your host, Dan Hafner here, founder of RunWage and creator of this podcast. Today's topic is this: which line do I stand in? As always, I appreciate you guys joining. Enjoy this show. All right, so I'm actually just driving in my car back from Lowe's. I had to make a trip up there today. For those of you that haven't heard in previous podcasts, my wife and I were moving up to Pennsylvania soon. So we had to do a little bit of repairs on our house, right? Just a couple things, minor things. We had a little bit of a leak in our back porch that kind of happened the whole time we lived there. But anyway, I had to go and I went and bought all this different Flex Seal, roof sealant type stuff. And we ended up not using most of it. So I had a couple of jars I was going to take back. And as I walk into Lowe's, they usually have, I'm sure you've been to a Lowe's, they have the customer service / return, service counter, whatever you want to call it, right up front there usually. So I go in there and there's two sides to that, right? They have like two ladies working on one side and then one lady working on the other side. Now the one closest to me, even though there's two ladies working there, manning or womaning or whatever that term would be, working at that side, there's like a line of like 10 people. And I'm like, seriously, like I'm in a hurry, like I gotta get home, we got a trip to make today, like I'm like, come on, I don't have time for this. But the line on the other side has like one person waiting there. I'm like, awesome. So I jump over there, I go in line for the the shorter line, and what do you know, it doesn't move at all. Like, does not move at all. I'm standing there, I'm waiting. They're apparently like trying to get this guy in front of me another product, or something's not going through with his card, or like whatever. I really wasn't trying to be nosy. It just was taking a long ass time, and I was getting impatient. I was getting frustrated. The lady standing behind me was like, how long have you been waiting here? I was like, well, it's probably been about 5 or 6 minutes. Like, it's not been a short wait. I thought I'd just pop in there, return these things, get a little bit of money back, move on with my day, go on, right? Not the case. So as I'm standing there in this line, which was one person deep, right? Like it was me and another guy. That was it. The other line on the other side that had 10 people, what do you know, goes faster. There's people coming in after me that I would have been served before them, and I'm watching them get their returns done, leave, go do whatever else. They're moving on with their life. I'm still standing in this line. And I'm standing here in this situation, like getting more and more frustrated. Like, what in the shit? Like, come on. Why can't we figure this out? What is going on? Right? And you're standing there, I'm watching all these people get served and they're coming in, and I'm like, I could have been gone already. I could have been gone. I don't have to be standing here. What the hell is going on? Well, some of you might know where I'm going with this, right? Because this thought just came into my mind, like, man, I got to talk about this as soon as I get out of here while this is fresh, because like I see this happen. This used to happen to me. I still see this happen to me in areas of my life all over the place. Like you think you're going to be in the fast track or in the fast line, right? They have these at Disney, the fast track lane, when you go into something, and then you make the fatal mistake of looking around and seeing how fast everyone else around you is going, or someone in the other line moved faster, or someone doing a different thing moved faster, right? You see this in careers all the time. Like you go take a job somewhere or you take a promotion somewhere, and then you keep tabs on Facebook or Instagram of a friend of yours or a high school acquaintance or a college friend or whatever the case might be, and they just look like they're crushing it in life, and they got this new job and this new promotion, or they went to do their own thing and they're just absolutely crushing it, and you're like, wow, I picked the wrong thing. I'm in the wrong line, right? And you might be in the situation I was in, where you're just standing there like, shit, like what is going on? Why can't I move? Why didn't I pick that one? And there's all this regret and remorse and anger and just frustration that builds up, right? I would encourage you to think, there's probably an area in your life where this shows up, right? Or you've had this happen to you previously. Maybe you're like not sitting in there right now, but you've known, like, man, like I used to be so jealous of someone, or get so resentful, or just get so pissed off when I saw how successful this person was because they just bugged me, right? A lot of this happens in weight loss, right? This is why like body positivity and all this stuff has come out as a thing, because there was so much shame that men and women both carried around for being body shamed of, there's so many fit people and all the Photoshop that happens and all this shit that goes on in the world. And it makes you feel like you're not on the fast track. You're not doing the things you're supposed to be doing in order to live the life, or the quote unquote, this is the way you should do things and this is how you should look, right? This happens all the time in that area. I see it a lot with people that, work out and run and do all the different things that, even inside the RunWage app and the community. And it's like, as long as you're doing something, you're winning. Like that's the takeaway I want you to take. Like, there's no way to tell sometimes that whether you're going to be on the right track or not. Like sometimes shit goes faster in another way, or some people get lucky, or some things take off. COVID changed a lot of different businesses that never would have taken off at such levels, like Wayfair, for example. Look how much money Wayfair has made and how big they've gotten because of COVID-19. If you haven't looked it up, look it up. It's like Google it. It's real. It's a big deal, right? But I heard this the other day from one of my mentors, and I really I kind of want to tie it into this episode because it really is relevant to this. As long as you take one step forward, you don't have to take leaps and bounds, right? Like it's perfectly okay to be in a situation where if you see other people succeeding, or things aren't working out the way you planned it, or you have to make an audible or whatever it is, like as long as you just keep going, there's no reason for you to feel shamed or guilty or frustrated, like when you're not moving at the pace you thought you'd be able to move, right? So what I encourage you to do today is to take a minute and to just think through, has this happened to you in your life before at some point? Or do you see this showing up somewhere in your life now where you thought you were on the right track of something? You thought you were doing the thing that you needed to do, or you're trying to lose weight, or you're trying to have a business, or you're trying to do a career, or you're trying to be in a relationship with somebody, and you see all kinds of other people succeeding, and you're looking around making the fatal mistake of comparing. Because what you can start doing today is stop looking around. Stop comparing yourself to other things. Okay, so the line in Lowe's was moving faster. That's okay. As long as I get the things I need taken care of done, like, okay, fine, right? We all make this fatal flaw of comparing, and it is our downfall in so many areas. So stop comparing. Start comparing yourself to yourself from yesterday, from last week, from last year. And if there's improvement, great, awesome. If you've gone backwards, okay, what can you do to get back to where you were and even go further? Just think through these things. And if you don't do these things that I challenge you to do every day, you're missing out. You're missing out on a lot of gold that you can find inside of your own mind, in your heart, in your soul. You truly are. So what I encourage you to do, stop comparing. Where in your life are you comparing yourself, and you just need to compare yourself to yourself? I just said yourself a lot. Oh man, that laugh made me cough. All right, my friends, I gotta go. I got a lot of other things to do today. I just wanted to come on here and share this with you. So, as always, I appreciate you guys joining. Head over to runyourdaypodcast.com. Check out the new episodes we have going on there. Subscribe to the show on iTunes. Subscribe on Spotify. And please leave me a review. It's really appreciated. All right, my friends, I am out for the weekend. We'll come back with you with another episode on Monday. Or maybe you can just move on to the next one if you're listening to this 2 years from now. No big deal. All right, my friends, have a great rest of your day. Stop comparing yourself and get after it.